Let's talk about a movie that was actually better than the book. In my world, that never happens. Hello, so today I am going to be talking about this book, Brooklyn, and I'm going to be talking about the movie. Now I've got some thoughts. I just watched the movie over the weekend. I read this book about a year ago. We need to talk. I have feelings. I've got lots of feelings going on about this book and the movie, and I need to vent about them. So let's do that. I read this book about a year ago, and I read it when I just moved to London. I'd just done my first semester at uni, and I just had to go back to London after my Christmas break, where I'd been home in South Africa with my family and my boyfriend, and I was having quite a hard time being back. So I thought this book might be interesting because it is about a girl. Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze. No? Maybe? Anyway, it's about a girl called Ailish who moves from Ireland to New York in the 20s. Not the 20s, the 50s. Moved from Ireland to New York in the 50s. And I thought I would relate to the homesickness vibe and the fact that the girl moves, and I was hoping for a happy book. No, this book, just no. Now this is going to be quite a spoilery video because I need to talk. And I really hated this book actually. I liked it until about halfway, but by the end I wanted to burn it. I really did enjoy it because Ailish meets a guy in New York, and I felt that the guy was a forceful prick who was essentially saying, you have to be with me, you have to marry me, we have to move fast, and we have to have sex and all the things. And I felt that she wasn't necessarily ready, and she was just homesick and sad and looking for company and got forced into it. And then when her sister dies and she has to go back to Ireland for the funeral, he says, marry me, I'm so scared you won't come back. And I got the vibe that she was forced into it and didn't really want to do it. And then when she has to go back at the end, I got the impression that she didn't actually want to go back, she just felt like she had to because now she's married. And I hated it. I hated that. I did not want that. I did not want to read about a woman who I felt was being forced into a relationship and forced into a marriage, and I think it's just the way it was written. I don't know if that's what the author actually intended. Judging by the movie, it's not, but that's how I felt. That's how the book made me feel. And I got really angry at it because why would I want to read about that? Why would I want a book with such a sad ending where I feel that the main character, who I quite liked, is being forced into these bad decisions that are making her unhappy now? And yeah, so those are my feelings on the book. Didn't love. Actually hated. Don't actually know why I still have this copy. Now on the other hand, we have the movie, which I watched over the weekend. It came out also about a year ago, but I only got around to watching it on the weekend. And that I really enjoyed. I thought the movie was great. The movie was what I wanted the book to be. I just hit my book. Anyway, it was moving and lovely and tapped into the homesickness, but also tapped into the fact that you start belonging to a place when you live there long enough, and the fact that Ailish actually makes a life for herself that maybe isn't perfect because yes, does she still miss home, yes, does she still miss her mother, but ultimately she's happy with her life. And I felt uplifted by it. I felt like I understood the character. I felt like I understood how she felt like she belonged to two places, and in the end she was choosing New York instead of Ireland. She felt that she made a life in New York and she was making a choice. I wouldn't have minded if she chose an Ireland. I would have understood that it was choice, and I would have understood the feelings either way. I thought the movie did that excellently. And I didn't hate the love interest. The love interest, I felt that yes, he was clearly very keen on Ailish, his name's Tony, and he was very clearly wanted to be involved with her, very clearly wanted to marry her and make a life with her, but I didn't feel that he forced her. I didn't feel by the end that she had been in a vulnerable position and then been made to do something she didn't want to do. And when she went back in the end, I felt like she was choosing it, that she wasn't being forced to do it, and that it was with strength and grace that she was doing it. And particularly there's a bit at the end where she's on the boat going back and she talked to another young woman who is now going over to Brooklyn, New York, and she tells her, you will be so homesick you think you want to die, but then one day you will look up and realize that you've made a life, and that life is good. And that I thought was great. The book just didn't do that. The book was just depressing and sad. So I thought I'd do this quick video, a little bit of review on the fact that I think the movie is infinitely better and captures what I personally wanted the story to be much better. It captures the immigration process. It captures what it is like to be an immigrant, what it's like to be on your own in a city, what it's like to move countries and feel lost and not understand how things work, and then what it's like to start building a life for yourself and how things start coming together in some ways but don't come together perfectly in others, and how you feel when you go home like a bit of an outsider and a bit changed. And I just thought the movie was great. I would really recommend it, and Saoirse Ronan is incredible in it. So go watch the movie. Don't read this. Don't read this. I have so many issues with this. I think that the tone of this was just so wrong, and I left it just feeling depressed. So I never say that the movie is better than the book. I'm always a book before movie person, but I felt the need to share my feelings on why this one movie, I think, did a much better job on the book and got the tone so much better. So read the book, watch the movie. Well, don't read the book, but if you want the comparison, do both. And let me know what you think. I'd really like to hear your thoughts and see if it's just me who thought the movie was infinitely better and didn't feel so damn sad afterwards. So let me know what you think. Sorry if this is me a bit of a rant, but I had feelings. So I hope you had a really good day, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye.